Hi team, Brian here from Innovative Fishing Equipment Limited. Just want to show you one of the products that we're putting out there. You all know, as most of us, we're all restricted for room on our boats, and we've kicked around barrels and buckets and all sorts of things for years. You move them 50 times a day and they get a bit annoying sometimes. We've come up with a product here we're calling the Fish Saver / Process Station, and the whole idea of this is to use up vertical room rather than spreading out around the deck. It's 500 millimeters square, holds about 40 litres per bin, so that's 80 litres of water if you fill them up. And we've got handles all equipped on them. Everything's stainless steel and plastic, so they're easy lifting in bits and pieces. Firstly, you got your bottom bin there. What we do is an ice slurry, or you can leave the ice in the bags, put them down in there, and a wee bit of water, and let it sit. Insulation quality of this stuff pretty good. This bin goes on top, and there you have what we call our saver bin. You're drifting on your fish, as we all know, on a blue cod drift, when it's on, and when it's off, you're on the sand, or they've gone off, or the spiky dogs start taking. So you're coming through, you want to get as many as you can on the way through. So you're fishing, and there are a lot of people throw blue cod on the deck. They get all sorts of fish on the deck, in a barrel. I'll measure it soon. The whole idea of this is, with water in here, to unhook your fish carefully. If it's doubtful, or if you think you've got to measure it, leave them in the water and let them survive, obviously. And then when you've finished your run, we've got here our good old fish measure, which clips on the side here. Now that's a 600 mil long. Some of you'll say a wee bit long, whatever, it's up to you guys. You can whack it off or whatever. So you lay your fish in, you find that it's of size. For us down here, 330 mil for our blue cod. And if he's okay for size, then straight down this chute here into your ice slurry down below. You can, if the fish is, even if it's not doubtful and you're in a hurry, you're not mucking around trying to pick it up off the deck or whatever, it's in here, it's in the water, it's surviving until you want to deal with it. So then we've also, once you've done your day and you've done your measuring, another thing I forgot to mention, but bait. Don't know about you guys, but I certainly, with chartering, I've seen bait dried on the boat. Very hard to get off, blood, shit everywhere. We've just come up with this wee box that clips on the side of here, and you can put all your cut up bait in there, ready for your guys to grab. And if you've got somewhere on the boat that you could slide it onto the edge of the boat, or would even provide, if requested, a piece of this plastic that you could bolt somewhere on your boat to slip that on for people to get their bait. It also comes into its own when you fill it, and I'll show you that in a minute. So then we have our top here, which normally would sit out there, out of the way for your day. When you want to fill it or chop up or whatever, sit him up here. You've got a knife in there, and you're ready to rock and roll. Now what you've done prior to that is you've cleaned out this bin, the top bin. You've taken your fish, just transferred them back into the top, cleaned the bottom bin or whatever, and filled it with water. And the whole idea of this is you reach in here, grab your fish, and fillet it, and the fillets go straight back down into the water to wash. Now where the little other wee box comes in here, we keep all the livers, heads, wings, bits and pieces. So anything small that you want to keep, you can have that washed and put it into your little bin here, ready for to take home. So the whole idea of this is plenty of room for your filleting and rub offal and stuff. Because you have to do it now above the high water mark, and we bring our fish home with salt water in these. They hold very well on the boat, don't spill much at all. And everything's washed in salt water. I don't let my blue cod, I don't let any fish near fresh water. It reduces the shelf life, and if you just wash in salt water, it'll freeze better and stay fresher for longer. So we just put our offal and everything back into the main bin. When you've done all your filleting, bit of a wash down, hose down, take your water. We've got drain bungs on both barrels. You can let your the bulky water go, saves you lifting. Then you've got your offal to either, we freeze our offal as we use cray pots and stuff, and for bait next trip out, so we utilise it that way. But some of you might just bury it in the garden or whatever. But whatever you do with your offal, it's all here, it's all tidy, all over your boat, and your mess is in what we call in the one-stop processing shop. Same with the bottom. Take your fillets out, they're clean, they've been washed in salt water, drain them off and bag them up and away to the freezer, or obviously onto the plate. Another use for this that I've had a wee bit of interest in, and I know some of you might think it's a bit of overkill, but it's for whitebaiting. Without that attachment on there, have your whitebait out of your net straight into your water here on top. Put a sorting chute, which you've got your sorting chute to run into fresh water or just straight into the bottom barrel, and you just bring your whitebait out, put them on your chute, check them, clean them as they go through, and they're down into the base of the barrel, and all you got to do, pick him up, put him in the wagon, and you're away with your big bin of whitebait. Hope that's some help, guys. I've found it very, very good for room on the boat. It makes a lot more room. You can walk around it. We had a wee bit of trouble with it moving around. We just use a rubber mat, a car mat, floor mat on the deck, and no problem at all. So I'll be available on our website, www.ifisheasy.co.nz. Mine or Graham's contact details are on there if you want to give us a call, if you want to know any more about it. We'd be happy to help. And we have a few other little ideas with it, but it's well, the other thing I did forget to mention is we have the knife holder here. It's tucked away over in the side, can't get cut. It's away out of the road and ready for use when you require it. Okay guys, until next time, sustain the strain.